wicked, which are the Edomites, which are the so-called Caucasians, right? It says, verse 6, he who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke, he that ruleth the nations in anger, is persecuted and none hindereth. The whole earth is at rest and is quiet. They break forth into singing. And that's not here in this land. That's not here in America. Nobody's full of joy. There's a this girl, I saw her shirt talking about some maybe slave owners didn't make the best government, right? Roughly paraphrasing. And no, because what? It was all prophecy to have these people destroyed, right? To have America destroyed. It was all prophecy, right? It had to be built up on unrighteousness to be destroyed, right? Because the whole land is going to become desolate, right? All these devils, these Edomites, these Caucasians, they're all going to be destroyed, and they're going straight into slavery. They don't have enough money to even get bunkers before the ICBM missile hits them, right? It's just the truth, right? They don't have a power source that they can pray to. Sweet Jesus ain't gonna work, right? Because that's not even his name, and he's not an Edomite. He's not a Caucasian, right? He's a so-called black man, a so-called Negro, which we're not black. That doesn't even make sense. We're not the color of black. We're brown, except these Edomites are red, which they come from Esau, right? Esau, Edom, right? It says, verse 8, yeah, the fir trees rejoice at thee, and the cedars of Lebanon, saying, since thou art laid down, no feller, which is like a lumberjack, is come up against us, right? And that's beautiful, right? Because after these Edomites go down, we're coming up, right? Hey, shalom, shalom, right? Hey, and this is what we tell them all the time. It says Joel 3 and let's go. Let's start at the top. Joel 3 at the top. For behold, in those days and in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem, right, bring it to remembrance, I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Yahawashi, and will plead with them there for my people, which are what? The Israelites, the Negro, Latino, and Native American, and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land. Because what? They gave the land of Israel, right? They took the land of Israel actually and put them Amalekites, those fake Jews, into our land, right? Because what it said Yahawashi said flee into the mountains. So we fled through the mountains to Africa, right? That only makes sense. Right, so they parted our land, right? So you got them Arabs, they got them Arabs and those fake Jews fighting over our land when they both don't belong there, right? It says, and they have cast lots for my people, and have given a boy for a harlot, and sold a girl for wine, that they might drink, right? So what? They put us in that slavery, right? It says, yeah, and what have ye to do with me, O Tyre and Zidon, which is chief cities, ancient cities of these Edomites, these Caucasians, right? So the Lord is saying, the Most High is saying, yeah, and what have ye to do with me, O Tyre and Zidon, and all the coast of Palestine? Will ye render me a recompense? And if ye recompense me, swiftly and speedily will I return your recompense upon your own hand, right? And that's what's coming now. right? This recompense. The Most High is going to bring judgment upon these other nations, right? That sold us into slavery, that put the bondage on us, right? Because ye have taken my silver and my gold, and have carried into your temples my goodly pleasant things. And there's a memorial of that with the Ark of Titus, right? That's what that symbolizes. Us being taken down and them taking our stuff, right? The Most High stuff, right? And we're the people of the Most High, right? The children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem, right? And that's talking about the southern kingdom, Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, right? Have ye sold unto the Grecians. So what? We were sold to these Edomites, these Caucasians, right? That ye might remove them far from their border. Because what? They want our land. Anything that we want, anything that we have, they want to take it. That's why they took our heritage, and now those fake Jews are in our land, right? Those Amalekites. It says, behold, I will raise them out of the place whither ye have sold them. So he's going to raise us out of America, right? And will return your recompense upon your own head. So that's why they're going into slavery, and they can't do nothing about it, right? We're going to have them as slaves in the kingdom of heaven. And the kingdom of heaven is only us in rulership. The Israelites, the Negro, Latino, and Native American. Right? And I will sell your sons and your daughters into the hand of the children of Judah. So what? We're going to have you as slaves, right? You're going to be our property according to the scriptures, right? And they shall sell them to the Sabians, to a people far off, for the Lord has spoken it, right? And this is what we're supposed to be proclaiming right now. It says, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, which is the other nations, right? The people that even our own nation, right? Even our own people that take on the customs, right? Hellenists, right? Taking on the customs of these other nations, right? It says, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, right? Prepare war. Wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. Because what? World War III is in the midst, right? And a lot of people is going to start dying, right? There's people that's going to be shipped off to the Middle East, and they ain't never going to come back. It's going to be the true valley, it's going to be a true destruction, right? Yahawashi, right? It says, beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. So what? Instead of giving their money to agriculture, they're giving it for war, right? That's stirring it up, right? Because they know a war is going to take place. The Euphrates River is, I could say, almost dried up. It don't have that strength anymore, right? Going in on it this morning. This is and that's why we deal with the Bible, because what? It's the only book with prophecies that you can see happening in your life, right? But we really see it because what? We know the prophecies, right? This is Revelation 16 and 12, right? It says, and the sixth angel poured out his vial upon the great river Euphrates, and the water thereof was dried up, that the way of the kings of the east might be prepared, right? And that's talking about for war, right? the kings of the east are preparing for war, right? It says, let the weak say I'm strong, because what? Only America was the superpower, right? Only America was that superpower. Now what? Russia got nuclear missiles, right? Got nuclear capabilities. Let me get the list of these countries that have this nuclear capabilities, because it's a lot, right? This is the Euphrates, right? The image on the left, it says September 7th, 2006, right? So on the right, it says September 15th, 2009. So how much more now? 9 years later, right? That river is dead, right? Because what? Any country that has that nuclear capability is gonna shoot those missiles to America, right? Okay, let's see. Got the list. Let's go to this one. Get this for that edification, right? Shalakia, give me a second. The scripture. It says, beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say I am strong. Assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, right? So it's really dealing with these other nations, right? But we know that Jake is going to be in these militaries at the same time, and they're just going to be destroyed, right? Assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about. Thither cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord, right? It says, it actually says Russia got more nuclear warheads than the U.S., right? It says Russia, U.S., France, China, UK, Pakistan. You know they're going to send some missiles over here. India, Israel, DPRK. We know North Korea got missiles. Another one right here. Oh, same one. Right here. Okay. It says, this is in Wikipedia, a list of states with nuclear weapons. It says, there are 8 sovereign states that have successfully detonated nuclear weapons. 5 are considered to be nuclear weapon states, NWS, under the terms of the Treaty on the Non-Proliferation of Nuclear Weapons. In order of acquisition of nuclear weapons, these are the United States, Russia, right? United Kingdom, France, and China, right? It says since the NPT entered into force into 1970, 3 states that were not parties to the treaty have conducted nuclear tests, namely India, Pakistan, and North Korea. Right? It says Israel is also generally understood to have nuclear weapons, but does not acknowledge it. But what they got the same, their military is really of the military of the United States, right? The United States fund their military, right? It says, but does not acknowledge it, maintaining a policy of deliberate ambiguity, and is not known definitely to have conducted a nuclear test, right? Israel is estimated to possess somewhere between 75 and 400 nuclear warheads, right? But that's not gonna save them. That land gotta be destroyed. It's defiled, right? And it's gonna come back, right? The Most High is gonna put that re-establish, if I can say, that land. I'm not gonna get into all this.